Every day I'm trying to improve myself, trying to beat the system, can't lose myself. It's unfortunate you can't leave the gun on the shelf, can't even pump your gas without dodging shells.
Mental misery, I pray dodge themselves. The judges so empathy in hell excel. Think it's a game, nigga, like Frank Patel. Shotgun shelf life that fills your well.
Every day is new to me, never wake up to the news, it's foolery. Was always thought I had a good head on my shoulder, yes my head's big.
We back. It's a lot of shit going on. Product of the 80s, like crazy. Motherfuckers over here bombing people. We got the world going on fire. People scared we going to war. People trying to hide their kids. Talking about their kids ain't old enough. They scared they're gonna bring back the draft, man. In the midst, amongst all this drama going on in the world, we got Copper, aka Jim Jones. The one of the founding fathers of the Dipset movement is trying to make sure his name stays in your mouth for the summer. Pause, because we got New York folks on here and whatnot. I got to make sure I say that pause so I don't get called out. Pause and no Diddy.
No. We don't have to do the no Diddy part. We're not on that.
What's up? I'm Jay. That's my co-host, God. This is Reggie. This is our partner in crime. We've been rolling with, man. We've been potting with this brother going strong now. Going on a couple weeks, bro. We got Real Raw Uncut from the Real Raw Uncut podcast, brother. Welcome back with us.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me,
bro. We just gonna start it off with we gonna start this off respectful and fair, not be like trying to treat it like a trash Jim Jones moment, while also feeling like we gonna critique Jim Jones in a fair way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not all of us feel that way, but, try to have a real discussion about it. And since you a New York native, let me ask you this. What's the talk in New York, if there is any talk in New York about the latest with this whole Jim Jones thing? You there, boots on the ground, or Tim's on the ground?
Yeah, I don't wear Tim's anymore. It's too sweaty in the summer. But I was one of those who definitely did wear Tim's when I was younger, like all the time, everywhere. But I mean, it was bad. It was bad. When I think about it now, like it was bad. Like but I also grew up in the Dipset era. Like I was the Dipset fan. Like nobody could tell me nothing about Dipset. So, I the Pink, the Timbs, all of it, all here. That was on me. So, but as far as the Jim Jones thing going on right now, I think it's so funny because I'm like, yo, he is like, and I don't know if you guys heard it, but in New York, we have this thing where he's considered the oldest YN ever.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, it's like, it's almost like he's having like I don't want to say a career renaissance because it's not like he's really, yeah, as a rapper, it's almost like he's trying to be like, yo, I'm still 22 in the game. It's like, but to be fair, he is making music that a lot of people are bumping. He's trying to stay current, and I respect that. But yeah, this whole Nas thing, and to be honest with you, if you ask me, I'll tell you right now, I'm a bigger Jim Jones fan than I am a Nas fan. I've listened to way more Jim Jones songs than Nas songs, but
what?
I have, but I am a hip hop guy, and I will tell you that even what Jim Jones said, I'm like, you're wildin'. There's no way you're better than Nas. Like I can look. I'm sorry. First of all, there's not one song Jim Jones has ever done that's ever better than Ether.
Not even close.
Yeah, so it's
not
like, I mean, look, I get it. You got to stay relevant. You got to be on your A game. You got to feel like you the hottest nigga out at all times, and I respect it. And he grinding, he making his music, he doing what he got to do. But to sit here and say like you might be better than Nas when you literally had Jada and Fat Joe sitting next to you is wild to me.
I'm
like you're not better than those two sitting next to you. How you gonna be better than Nas?
Right.
Yo, wait, didn't he call out I don't think didn't he call out Styles like a few
Nah,
weeks?
Styles
about a
shut him
month
down.
ago?
Styles said it's over. Styles had a whole little thing with Styles like, don't even try.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He said he
Okay.
created his own lane, his own genre. That's what was basically Styles was saying. And he was like, and Styles said the same exact thing that Shannon Sharp said. He said, listen, if you ask Cam or Jewels when he ain't around, ain't no cameras around, I can guarantee you they're not gonna say that he can out rap me. He's like, they're not gonna say it. He's like, but if you said why he there, they might, try to ride with that guy. But that's it. And the truth of the matter is like, Jim, I'm before I go in on you, Jim, right? I'm gonna give you your roses right now. I'm gonna give you your flowers. Because the way you can rap right now, compared to 02, you're a completely different person.
Oh, he used to rap all off the beat when he first started.
He couldn't rap at all. He could not rap at all. And I'm telling you, listen, not only am I a hip hop fan, I also was the CD man. So it literally was my job at that point to get everything that came out. I would get them in both ways. I would get them new from Best Buy and I would get the street versions because, sometimes they're different. Some people like this, some people like that. Boom. So, like his first album, he had that one song with T.I. I like that song. I like Certified Gangsters, But, nowadays he can actually rap now. I'm going to give him that. But this is the truth, Jimmy. You're saying it out of your own mouth that you're doing this as a publicity stunt, right? That's what you're doing. You're telling people that your likes and shit's going up. So that's what you're doing. You are the second, and I told him this on Instagram too. I told Jim Jones this right on his Instagram. You are the second greatest hype man of all time.
Wait, who's the first?
Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
Okay.
Flavor Flav. And Jim Jones, you are the second.
dare you
You're
question
the
that?
second greatest, right? And
No,
I'm
I
not
just
saying
wanted to see. I just wanted to see who he was going to say. I just wanted to see who.
and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. Flavor Flav has some hits,
Wait.
has some hits?
Wait.
and there it is.
Is he? I don't know if he better than Spliff.
That's where I
I don't
was
know.
going. Yo,
I don't
that's
know.
where
That's a good
I
one.
Jay. That's where I was going when I asked him because I promise you that was the first person that came to my head was Spliff. That
Well, with his I'll put it like this: Spliff does more. You get more for your buck with him, for sure. But for where Jim Jones took himself from that position to where he's at now, I have to give it to Jimmy. I have to say Jimmy.
You should. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
get it.
But when y'all say that Spliff star, I respect that. I respect that because he's top 3, top 5 for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, but Jimmy, come on now. We're talking about one of the greatest lyricists that ever touched the fucking microphone. Even right now, he still got it. His most garbage album is way better than any rhyme you ever thought, spit, stole from somebody else. He's better than anybody in your camp. Way better. He's way better than Cam. He's way better lyrically than Cam. Cam,
Yeah, I don't even know if people are taking Jim Jones over Cam.
Cam will destroy you, and so will fuck. Listen. Cam run? Oh! I thought you were saying you don't know. I was about to tell you.
No. I'm a Dipset fan, but come on, this is Cam we talk about.
Right.
I wasn't a Dipset fan, but all my little bros I was around at the time, especially back when I was doing music, they were like huge Dipset fans, and nobody was screaming Cam. They would talk about not Cam, but Jimmy. They talk about Hell Rail, J.R. Ryder, and
Jewels.
And
Jewels.
Like that was the argument about these young and
Right.
Like Jimmy was there, but we knew he was the muscle. We knew he was a hype man. He was the goon. It would not, but we also thought Freaky Zeke was the goon
Freaky
too.
Zeke was a hype man too.
Yeah,
Yep, that's true.
So no disrespect to him because G Huff, shout out to G Huff, man. He like Sugar. He said Sugar. Is it Sugar Duggar?
Sugar Duggar.
Yeah, Sugar Duggar is G Huff cuz, and he was like, yo, like Sugar and Jim was like big time responsible for creating, said Dipset, like the logo, the name, and doing a lot of the street work in a lot of those different things. And that's true. And they deserve that part, but none of that moves without Cam.
That's true.
None of that moves an inch without Cameron.
Right.
And so that, I mean, like, yo, I get it. It's just like, yo, fuck. Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks could be there sitting there screaming like, yo, I was with 50 when it started and we was out in the streets banging and yelling G with it more than he was and whatever else and stuff like that. Yo, none of it moves without 50.
Good comparison. That's like Tony Yayo saying he's better than Jadakiss.
No, it ain't that bad. It ain't.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I will say this.
Look at Tony Yayo's, the way Tony Yayo can rap when he first came out compared to the way Jim Jones can rap when he first came out. Tony Yayo could spit way better than him when they both first came out.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna shut this down right now. And I know I don't want to shut it down, but I'm gonna give you a perfect example of why Nas is better than Jim Jones, why Cam is better than Jim Jones. Jim Jones is still rapping on a consistent basis. And if you and I, we all know how hip hop go. If you still at this point in your career rapping on a consistent basis, that means you really ain't got it like that. Let's be honest. Jada don't rap on a consistent basis, but when he do, he does. But he's not doing it. That's not his steady source of income. Cam is not doing it. Cam and Mason took off with their podcast. Cam probably don't even need to rap ever again if he don't want to.
Jim got to do it.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Jim has to do it. Like, it sucks though, because we've watched Jim's career. We've watched Jim really like branch out into other ventures. And I don't know, maybe it worked. Maybe there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes we don't know about if it worked or not. But to me, I still feel like there's a lot to be told that even at this day and age, it's almost like you have to rap still as consistently as you are for me to be like, this is how you're making your living. It is how you're staying on top of your living by rapping like this.
It's how you're staying relevant. Like,
yeah.
And it ain't even the music. It's not even the music. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's making good music.
Yes.
The problem is in like New York and a few other places, yes, it's getting to play, but it's not the carrying thing. It's this. This is what's keeping him hot. Is this what is making him, that is keeping him in the algorithm? It is this things. And then he's hoping that attention helps bring attention to his music instead of his music helping bring attention to him and everything else he has to offer. Well, two things can be true. You can still be making hot ass music, and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say the famous line 50 used on Jadakiss. Yeah, niggas love your vocals, but that's only New York, dog. Your ass is local. And I'm sitting there saying, like, we know Jadakiss and it was like bigger than New York, but we also know how New York people feel about they rappers. No disrespect, but we know how y'all feel. And sometimes y'all be wanting that crown back. Y'all done championed quite a little bit. Some of these motherfuckers that don't need to be championed at a time that they got put up there that we was like, whoa, what is this?
Give me an example.
From New York. Not Jimmy for sure. Nobody ever.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm be honest with you. There was a point in time where Jim Jones was super hot. It was when Jim Jones with Dipset and he like really found his music. He found his place. Super hot, Ballin'. Yes, I'm gonna say Ballin' was an iconic classic for New Yorkers. When Jim was with Max B. For that little bit of time, Jim was hot. Max B was on fire. Bird Gang was on fire.
Yeah, they was running around and he was making a name for himself. Mm-hmm. But it was like, it was still, how do I say it? Like, it was, besides Ballin', everything else was like still like a centralized, like not a area of huge growth. But the further you got away from the epicenter, which was New York, the more that became, I'm talking about after Ballin' was released, the more that, whatever case, down. It's just like, yo, I get it. You that dude. But, bro, nobody was, if Cam didn't show up for the verses, or nobody tuning in, even with you showing up to do Ballin'. If there's no Cam at that verses, which nobody wanted to do it unless Cam was going to be there.
Right.
They had to go bet Cam to go do it, and then got mad when Cam came in and says, all right, fine, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get this paper.
Well, Cam's always been about his money, whether it's good or bad. It's always been about his money.
Right, but a lot of Dipset's fame had to do with Jewel's.
Yes.
A whole lot, especially if we're talking about the younger people.
That was
Because
a big letdown in his career.
well,
To me.
I mean, yeah, he did that shit to himself though. But
Yeah.
when he first came out, when Dipset first became
Cam stole his flow.
yeah, and also he stole J.R. Ryder's flow, but that's another story.
Man,
But
J.R. Ryder is one of my favorites. Underrated. Oh my
but
God.
a lot of their success, especially when we're talking about the young people, when we're talking about people that were in high school, people in their young 20s, it's because of Jewels. I remember vividly, like it was yesterday. I used to go to this school called ETI, and it was this younger dude in my class. I was like maybe 21 or 22 or something like that. And he probably was like 18. And we would argue every day because he used to tell me that Joel's was better than Cameron. And I used to be telling him, no, he's not. I'm like, no, he's not. I'm like, I'm not even the biggest Cameron fan, but I'm telling you, he's not better than him. But he just would keep playing like all these mixtapes and all that shit that was floating around New York. You know what I'm saying? The shit was hot.
Reggie, you know why that happened? Because by the time Jewels came out, Cam had kind of slowed down. Because remember, Cam had his couple of first albums that were fire. Jewels came in hungry. I mean, like an animal. Because those mixtapes that Jewels was on, like, and then after a while, you started seeing Cam's flow change. Because Cam's flow was not like that when he had 357. No. It wasn't when he had Sports Drugs, and that was his flow was not like that. Because I have a lot of friends that'll be like, yo, Cam went from being mad nice to this banana bobana rap, and that was Jewels. That was really Jewels' flow.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so what Cam said, and this is Cam's thing, Jewels' biggest issue, and Reggie said it already, but was Jewels. Jewels held Jewels back. But even when they had Jewels, like they had to make dudes stay in, like Jewels wanted to be the rock star and not really put in the work it took to stay or to be the rock star and stay the rock star. And they kind of had to force him and push him. And then, like you said, Cam pulled back from Dipset. And when Cam pulled back, it's like, I think it was Cam kind of show like, okay, all you motherfuckers was everybody running around here feeling themselves and feeling like they can do it. And they made it. And they are the, you know, saying Dipset and everything. Okay, motherfuckers, do it without me. And they couldn't.
Nope.
None of them
Jimmy for a little bit.
Jimmy for a little bit, but then he found out it's hard. It's very hard. And then you got artists, and then these artists are unhappy and unsatisfied, and then everybody blames you. You know, Max B blames you. And then I believe Jimmy sat there and I don't say blackball. Well, he did blackball Max B, but like did some dudes dirty and stuff. Like there's a lot of cats that feel like in his beginning, whether he was just learning the business or not, that he felt like in that Bird Game movement, like he did a lot of them dirty. Jaja's known for saying Max B. You got a few other ones that kind of broke off, but that was learning experience, right? That's him trying to do it on his own. And I always sit there and say Jim Jones has always like shown that he can go out there and figure it out. He might keep getting it wrong, but he's gonna keep trying to get it right.
He's gonna keep trying.
He's the ultimate go-getter.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think he's dope, and the growth is amazing. He's probably, if we just go from growth of a rapper, and we go from growth to where they started to where they ended up in the career, maybe at their peak of the prime, he's probably like number 2 or 3 on that list.
Absolutely, because
number
he could
1
not fucking rap at all
is Wayne, because Wayne from Cash Money, in the beginning of Cash Money, to Wayne who became the Wayne we all know, like you don't get to see growth like that. I might give it to Jim Jones as number 2, before like where you was like, yo, no one's seen this coming.
I don't think they're really comparable because Wayne was a child and he also was being censored. Right, Jimmy was an adult, right, and he wasn't. So you have to take that in consideration. Jimmy was garbage for a long time, and he became a C+ rapper. Wayne went from a kid to being one of the greatest rappers ever.
Wayne went from a kid with just rapping Southern shit to being considered like the GOAT at one point in time. Like, and a kid that everybody written off when they wrote off Cash Money
to all of a sudden like running a game and just doing phenomenal things. So that's why I say like the growth, because he did grow not only as a person but as an MC throughout his career, and that's why I give it to Wayne. So I get what you're trying to say. Maybe there's the story of growth is their biggest thing. How they got there is different, but it still was growth in the process. If that makes sense.
So okay, so let me ask both of you guys a question. Do you think Jim Jones is doing this still because he loves it, or he's doing it still because he wants to hear somebody tell him? Well, besides that, but do you think also his ego wants to hear somebody tell him that he's considered one of the greatest rappers of all time too?
I think that's what he wants. Yeah, he wants his recognition.
He'll listen. That's not gonna happen. I don't care what happened. That's not gonna happen. He'll never even be considered one of the greatest New York rappers of all time. He'll never. Listen, he can make the argument that he's one of the greatest Harlem rappers of all time, but when you dig a little deep, he's not from Harlem, truthfully. But that's another story. So I think that he should probably go back to a reality TV, because if he was smart, he would have stuck to that and got the right paperwork, because in reality, him and Chrissy really created Love and Hip Hop, and that's a fact.
Yo, I want to add on to what you said, but I want to say this. When you said something out of Harlem, and I thought about it, yo, as much as, and dude ain't never got to come back and make another album, but he still ain't even better. I won't even put him better than Mace.
He's not.
He's not better than Mace. He's not better than Loon. He's definitely not better than Cameron. He's not better than Jewels. He's not better than
I'm gonna give him Jewels.
What's his name?
I'm gonna give him Jewels.
Big L. He's not better than Big L.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say that.
So that alone, you already took him out of the top 5 greatest Harlem rappers right there.
Right.
And then, like you said, we're not even gonna get into New York, because then you're talking about Cam, you talk about Mace, you talking about Pun, you talk about Biggie, you talk about Jay-Z. Right. You saying? Right. Talk about Jada. You talk about Styles. You talk about Sheik.
About Nas.
You talk about Nas.
He might not even be better than Sheik.
No, I don't think he's better than Sheik. Sheik to me. Debatable. Sheik to me is one of the most underrated rappers because of who he's in a group with. He's always going to be looked at as number 3, but being number 3 on a group like the Lox is not a bad thing at all.
Dude, I'm gonna give him Sheik.
But
he made better albums. He made better albums than Sheik.
That question. Okay, so let's be honest. Does he make better albums than Sheik, or has he made more albums than Sheik?
Right.
Ooh, he's got.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Dad. It ain't really much Jim Jones fucking with Sheik's Silverback Gorilla albums. Fire.
That's true, but they say Hustler's POEM was like a classic.
I listen to a lot of Dipset.
I'm gonna tell you right now, my favorite album out of anybody that's ever come out of Harlem is still gonna be Mace's album.
And that's fine, but it's never gonna be Jimmy.
I mean, you still got to be Harlem World to me. Like that as far as an album, man, that's still one of the. I'll give Puff credit for anything else he ever knows how to do. Him and Dr. Dre know how to put albums together.
G-Dep
like, make them flow. Mm-hmm. They know how to make an album feel like a collective, cohesive unit instead of just a whole bunch of songs thrown together. Like, and that is huge. Like that Harlem World, still to this day, I bump that, man. Like I'm showing my age and I don't care.
Black Rob better than him?
You think he better than Black Rob?
Black Rob is better than him.
I'm gonna give him over Black Rob. He had a bigger hit and better albums. Like Black Rob,
he had a bigger hit than Whoa.
Ballin' was bigger than Whoa.
No,
I don't know about that. No. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That might be. I'm gonna be honest with you, Reggie. That might be 1A, 1B, but 1A might be Whoa. Cause as much as I like Ballin', the amount of different remixes that had Whoa, because you talking about Whoa had a Harlem remix, Whoa had a whole down south remix. Like, I didn't really see any Ballins that had like any type of remixes like that. So I don't
Okay,
know. But the reason why I'm gonna give, but you know why you probably would give Woe a bigger reach than Ballin'?
It's a better song.
It's well, yeah, and because it was under the Bad Boy backing. So of course Puff was gonna put that everywhere. And Woe was definitely a better song now when I think about it, it sure was.
Right, I still remember all the words to it, like it was yesterday.
Yeah, I could listen to Woe right now. I mean, I can still listen to Ballin', but I think if you put the two songs in the
you
club,
talk about a song. I get it. If we just talk, let's say this. When I'll sit there say the reason that Ballin' is bigger because it became like on Billboard Hot 100 number 5. Woe peaked at 43.
yeah, but peaked in the New York streets at like number 1 at one point.
Oh yeah,
For a
come
minute.
on now. But I know
minute.
that. But I said like in New York, when you're talking about something that went across, it's a bigger reach. He was on Good Morning America. Everybody was the Super. It didn't help that I think the Giants won the Super Bowl that year or whatever the case, or the year after.
Ballin' was to me. Ballin' was still a classic. But like when I think about what Reggie said, I'm like, yeah, maybe.
Don't get me wrong. I'd rather listen to Woe over Ballin' anytime. Right? I'm agreeing with you. My personal feeling is that Woe is a better song, but Woe wasn't a bigger song.
I don't know. I don't even really agree with that.
Hey, number 5 and number 4, bro, is just like on Billboard, like that counts for something. I know it's not all about sales, but sales matter. When you talk about impact or you talk about reach.
All right.
2 things can be true. Woe is a better song and Ballin' is a bigger song.
Okay, well, look, you talking about sales? I don't gotta look, and I'm gonna tell you right off the dribble. If you compare the album sales, Black Rob sold more, and that for one album versus one, that album versus
Wait,
that.
did he even put out an album with that on it?
What?
With Ballin'.
Yeah,
it was some part of one of his albums. Yeah.
Oh, of course, I get. You probably right.
You can't name another song, and I can name other songs on Black Rob's CD. I love you, baby. You drive me crazy. Oh, what's another one? You don't know me. Whoa, no.
Oh no, that is on the Hustler's Pulp POME album.
That might have been the best song on the album, honestly.
It was. It was the only song on that album. Name another one.
There was other songs on that album, wasn't it?
Not playable songs.
Yeah, man, don't maybe. 2006.
As a matter of fact, even though that Black Rob did not deserve it, I can tell you that Black Rob got 4.5 mics. Didn't deserve it. Hell yeah.
Wait, was there other ones that charted?
He's saying it in the song too.
Did nothing else chart? He did go number 1 when it dropped. You want me to look at the sales?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a platinum album by Black Rob for sure.
I'll look up Black Rob next, but I'm trying to find how many units to move.
It's not really fair because
first week sales are 106,000, and it peaked at number 6. I don't know what
was that, Ballin'?
Yeah, that was We Fly, that Paul Hustle PO one with the album Ballin' on it.
Oh,
What was Black Rob's album? Was first album was A Dream Come True. Was it A Dream Come True?
Hold on.
Or is it a Life Story?
I'll find out right now. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
What album that song was on?
It's Life Story because I remember the cover. Whoa, yep. Certification. Oh, he went platinum. Yay!
Who, Black Rob?
Yep.
Wait, did Jim Jones' album go platinum?
Nope.
No. Hey, to be fair, doing 106 on Koch was nice back then.
Yeah, I think we still got to remember too. He had a monster. Black Rob had the bad boy monster, and Jim Jones was.
Yeah, he had Interscope Universal behind him.
Yeah, so
Was
It
he
also
on
peaked at, his album peaked at number 3 on the Billboard charts as well. Black Rob. So
Yeah. Number 3. He sold. So Jim sold 106,000 his first week. Life Story sold 178,000 his first week. So again, two things can be true.
But you also got to remember, one was independent, one was label back.
Yes.
One sold over 1 million and one did not.
Yeah. So having 106 in your album topping at 6 for independent is not bad. Because remember,
more money.
I was about to say that money went to him. He didn't have to split it so many different ways as Black Rob would have had to.
Mm-hmm. And he probably didn't have to take the Vaseline either, but that's a different story.
Oh wow, yeah, that part too.
Mm-hmm. Or baby oil.
No, whatever was slippery.
Take that. Yo, so there really is no. I'm gonna say this, like we said, we want to give him his props and his respect. He's still out here grinding. He's still trying to get it. And is it out of necessity because he has to sustain his lifestyle that he wants to live?
Ooh,
where him and other rappers of age have kind of dipped off into other things, and some of them don't even give a damn. At some point, you become such this huge thing in your music that you don't care about staying relevant. Like Nas dropped King Disease, and it was critically acclaimed. Wasn't it even nominated at a point in time for a Grammy?
Yeah.
I don't really think Nas got the respect he deserved back in the day.
No, I don't think so. I'm talking about recently. The album, it was not King Disease 2, but King Disease 1 was nominated for a Grammy. And he's not running around here trying to stay. Like, when you get back to the artistry, the pure art form of it, like, it's just, it's different. And that's what I was trying to have. We were having a discussion earlier with Diallo Bands, and yeah, he did.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You a rapper,
I don't even think. Yeah, I don't think that was a good. I don't think that was a good play. Like, I got what he was trying to say. More like, yo, my son will listen to my music before he listen to Jim Jones. But to sit here and say my son don't know any Nas music, that's your fault then, because you're supposed to be teaching your son all types of hip hop.
Teach one. Yep.
Do you think that your son would know your fuck ass music if you wasn't his damn daddy? Because he wouldn't listen to that shit neither.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Jim Jones' son is around that age where he would be listening to nothing but drill music right now.
Mm-hmm. He over to listen to fart. He ain't listening to his daddy.
He might be listening to Jim Jones music because he's probably like, yo, hear my song. Tell everybody you heard my song. You never know.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, I gotta play your song. I'm trying to get you to get me a car another car. You gotta pay for my college.
He be playing.
There's some probably listening to Cam's music.
He be playing his hand wrong. He could literally be like the East Coast E40, because E40 just not gonna stop. No, listen, until E40 have fucking cardiac arrest, right? He's not gonna stop rapping. I don't listen to this
not
shit.
Running around like, yo, like I need my flowers. Like, give me that. He's not begging for attention. He's
not running around like a 50-year-old, 22-year-old. You know,
right. He just sitting there doing E40 just loves to make music and that's being an artist, right? Like, you can still love doing music and put it out when you want to. And that's what Jim Jones can't do, but Jim Jones wants to be relevant. Like he said, he wants to be in an algorithm. He wants you talking about him because he wants what Rail said. He wants that recognition. Like, yo, he wants his fucking flower.
But at the same time, he wants exactly what we're doing right now.
Yeah. And I want some views.
Right.
I'm gonna talk about the dumbass, or I'm gonna talk about your crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you want the views, I want the views. But is that really going to help him? Like, when he was bugging and he thought, because he was so arrogant, and there's no disrespect to New York, but New York is so loving and embracing him right now and what he's doing, that he was so full of himself. He thought, what, nobody listened to Nas, and then somebody checked him and showed him streaming numbers.
Yeah,
and Nas I saw that. He seen them things, like, oh yeah, I might have been bugging. Yeah, you were bugging, fool, because you just talking to talk.
I certainly saw that, and I was just like, damn. Yeah, I saw it, and I was just like, damn.
Like, yo, there's
This man is a legend, bro. Like, respect your legends. You can be great and still respect your legends at the same time. I don't care how big, whatever case 50 Cent Philly is and stuff like that. I know he may know I'm bigger than Nas, but I'm not better than Nas. Maybe he might feel that way he better than Nas, but he know he not. It would be down the side. Well, you talk about arguably, definitely for sure, at least the top 5 of all-time New York rappers.
Mm-hmm. He's not Jim Jones.
Not Jim Jones. Jim Jones might get top 25. He beating out
I was
Special
gonna say
Ed.
it's kind of hard to be top 20 in New York with all the rappers.
He beating out Special Ed. That's what I'm giving him his credit.
Reggie said nope. Reggie said don't disrespect Special Ed like that.
He muted. He over there going off and he muted.
No.
I ain't gonna front. That probably was better because I would imagine what he was saying and why he was.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna reiterate it. Listen, he's the 4th best rapper in his own fucking camp, right? So that's already 4.
I already know where you're going. That's
everybody in the
Cam.
locks.
That's Cam. That's
Mhm.
Jewels.
Mhm.
J.R. Ryder, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and then
Right.
Jim.
Right. Okay. So listen, nobody in the locks, you're not better than them, right? Nobody in Run DMC,
Sheep, bro.
Listen,
He better than Sheep.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's not.
No, he's not. Listen, nobody in Run DMC, you better than. Nobody in Smith and Wesson, you better than. You're not better than. Not better
than anybody in Wu-Tang Clan.
You're not better than nobody in. There it is. That's already 20 right there.
Yeah.
Can I keep
Wu-Tang got
going?
like 35. Wu-Tang Clan got like 35 rappers.
Listen, you're not better than DMX.
You ain't even let it. He ain't better than ODB.
No.
No.
He ain't better than any of the dudes in the beat.
No. He's better than Capadonna. But that is it.
Hey,
And
Method
that-
Man,
and
That's
that is
like, but that's still like 1 out of like 20 Wu-Tang members.
Listen, he's not better than French
Shaggy
Montana.
the Rugged Child is better than.
He's not better than French Montana. He's not better than Craig Mack. He's not better than Biggie Smalls. Who else he's not better than?
Jay-Z.
I said him. Who else?
He's not even better than Diddy.
He's not better than Bleak. He's
better than Bleak, bro.
No, he's
Bleak
not.
trash.
No, he's not. No, he's
Bleak
not.
is
He's
trash.
better than Diddy. He's better than Diddy.
Okay, so Reggie, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You think
he's
Jim
better
Jones? You think Jim Jones is better than Benny the Butcher?
No.
Fuck no. Oh,
no.
absolutely not. Listen,
No.
he's not better than the motherfucker whose mouth was twisted on the back of his head neither.
Bro, he's not even better than old boy.
He way better than him.
TDE. He's not even better than him.
Listen, he's not better than nobody from Def Squad.
He's not better from the whole Griselda camp.
He's not nobody from Griselda. He's not better than Def Squad. Who else?
Bro, I still say he better than
There's too
Sheep.
many people. Listen, the better argument is who he's better than. It's easier to figure that out than who's better than him because there's too many people in the world better than him. Diallo Bands is better than him.
Diallo Bands is better than him.
Right? He can't. Listen, the nigga can't really rap for real. Jim Jones. I mean, like I said, he didn't got a lot better. But he's still. When it comes, listen, to be a rapper, to be a real spitter, that's something that you have to learn at a young age. You can't just wake up one day like, you know what, I'm finna. Man, it's bored. It's hot as fuck, man. I'm finna be a rapper. No, it don't work like that. That's something that you practice from a young fucking age. It's just like a sport. It is a sport. It's a young nigga sport. So that's two things. You didn't learn it when you was young. Now you do. What you say, my man?
He's the oldest lion. He's the oldest young nigga ever.
Right. Give it up, bro. Give it up.
Yeah, this dude old enough to be somebody damn grandpa now. It's about time to pull your pants up, bro. Straighten it up a little bit.
Right.
You know,
One thing I respect about Jim Jones, he gonna keep trying till he get it right.
That's right.
He is gonna keep. Boy, that boy got heart.
Right.
Just to hear that one person say, "Yo, you are one of the greatest rappers ever."
Bro, who in his
that's all
camp
he
right
wants
now?
to hear, though.
Listen.
Who in his camp telling him that he they go?
Listen. We got the same odds of that happening to one of us that he do. You know that, right?
Is he better than Mano?
Fuck no. He's not better than Mano. He's not better than.
He's better than Mano.
He's better than.
I'm gonna say he's better than Mano, but that's because I don't really listen to Mano music like that.
Listen, he's better than Lil C's, but he's not better than Lil Kim. He's not better than Foxy Brown.
That's a crazy comparison, though, Jay. He said, "Yo, he's better than Lil Caesar, but he ain't better than Lil Kim." That's a crazy comparison.
But I'm still gonna pick Lil C's Lil Kim song over Ballin'.
Busta Rhymes way better than him.
I mean, you can't. I mean, Jim Jones and Busta Rhymes never should ever be put in the same category.
Bro, he barely
Jim
got
Jones and
Nas. Hey, what's the one dude that was in that was Busta Rhymes rapper? He better than him.
Who?
Not Spliff, the other dude that came out with his own album.
Oh, his cousin.
Yeah. With the dreads.
Yeah. I know you're talking about the niggas in the air, bitches in the air. What's the name of it? Oh, what's his name?
I'm thinking that dude's name. This dude said he's not better than Raw Digger.
He's not better than Rod Digger. He's not better than Rod Digger.
He ain't better than the MOP dudes.
No.
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 No. No. No.
Nah.
And I'm a big MOP fan. No.
I'm not even an MOP fan, and I'm gonna say that he's not better.
Okay, so wait.
He's not better
than Tony Yayo.
Oh yeah, he's better than Tony Yayo.
Is he better than Lloyd Banks?
No.
Not even close.
No.
This guy said his more comparison versus is against Tony Yayo.
Reggie, is he better than Uncle Murder?
No.
I listen. I'm not gonna lie. I've never actually really listened to Uncle Murder, so I can't answer that. I don't want to lie.
I got love for Uncle Murder, and probably I'm being biased because I'm a huge 50 fan. But I can accept 50 for who he is and what he used to be and what he's not anymore. But I'm gonna give it to Uncle Murder because the New Year joints still be.
That's the one thing you look forward to every year at the end of the year.
Every year. But Uncle Murder probably about the second oldest YN out there because he be trying to.
Uncle Murder understand though. Uncle Murder not sitting here calling himself a YN. He just know where he at, and he good with that.
We outside.
Uncle Murder know what his lane is though. Right now, his lane is the New Year's song because he knows it's in hot demand. He probably dropped maybe 1 or 2 songs through the year, but he know what everybody waiting for at the end of the year though.
Bro, this dude got to be better than Sheik. Y'all keep being.
He's not better than Sheik.
No,
he's not better than Sheik.
No,
at all.
Ballin's not even better than a couple of Sheik's verses.
Right.
And I like Ballin once again. I like Jim Jones. Listen, you're never gonna tell me I don't like Jim Jones. I follow Jim Jones since Dipset started. But as I evolve and grow up and listen to more hip hop and music, no, it's not better than Sheik.
This dude said he not even top 20-50 in his own state.
He's not.
No, he's not top 50 in his own state. No.
He's not.
You got to look at all the other rappers. Yeah, you got to look at all those that came before him and a lot of them that came after him.
This dude said he's not even top 50 in Atlanta.
He would be. No. Well, I don't know if I can name 50 Atlanta rappers.
Bro, you gonna put Fable in front of him.
He can probably rap Fable. But I will say this though. Shorty Low first album is better than any of his albums, and that's a fact.
Damn.
I like Shorty Low growing up.
I like Shorty Low. We definitely know he's not seeing no Killer Mike.
No, Killer Mike. Oh my goodness.
He's not seeing nobody in Goody Mob.
No, he's not seeing A-Ball and MJG.
No,
they from Memphis though.
They from Memphis though.
Yeah, I'm just talking about rappers across the country.
Bro, I'm disrespectful. He's not even seeing Tila from Memphis.
No, he's not.
Just we
3-6 Mafia.
Nah, but I mean that 3-6 Mafia that's just classic.
Right. Now individually he might
be
better than
he's definitely better than Crunchy Black.
Yeah, he's better than Crunchy Black.
He's not better than Twister.
Oh no. He ain't even better than Project Pat.
Listen, y'all giving him too much gas. Like that, the people y'all comparing him to, like y'all, it's not fair.
But you know what though? That's the people he want to be compared to though.
I mean, yeah, he's going at like the super heavyweight champions of the world, like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he wants to smoke, so fuck it. Shit.
Hey bro, you know what? I'm gonna do him a favor. I know he better than. I know he better than Meek Mill.
No, he's not.
He's not. Crazy? You are wilding. You did that on purpose.
I will end this fucking stream. He ain't better. Listen, he ain't better than Nappy Braid. Meek
To
Mill.
be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. There's not one song Jim Jones has that's better than Dreams and Nightmares.
Sure ain't.
Well, of course, Summer Jam showed that because we seen how they reacted to his songs, and then when Meek Mill came out, it was kind of quiet until he did Dreams. He did the one song, and then it was like
that's everybody want to hear. Dreams and Nightmares. That's really it.
Listen, y'all, Jamar lying for likes, y'all.
what do you mean? Come on, bro. What do you mean?
Some of the stuff you said is crazy. crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. You definitely tried it.
Bro, he better than Beanie Siegel.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
What is wrong with you?
He's
What
not
is
better
wrong
than
with you?
He's not better than Will Smith, truthfully. Not for real. Not 88.
I probably
Not
listened
88
to
Will
Will Smith
Smith.
new album before I listened to Jim Jones' new album. I
ain't gonna front. I'll listen to Jim Jones album before I listen to Will Smith album.
That's cool.
That's
fair.
I would. We should.
Come on, bro, but y'all like going a little bit too far. Like you did give him he better than Capadonna. That was cool.
Yeah, he's better than Capadonna. He's better than Capadonna.
Just can't say he like a second or last if he's in Wu-Tang.
And listen, he's only better than Capadonna now, right? Because if we look at Jim Jones when he then in 02, 03, and 04, he's not better than Capadonna then. He's better than him now.
He make better songs, but he's not a better rapper than Inspector Deck.
I could agree with that. He has hits, and Inspector Deck probably only has maybe one top 50 song, maybe. So I will agree with you. Like I could even say that he has more hits than the RZA, right? When you're talking about
Yeah, I'd rather listen to a Jim Jones album than a RZA album. No disrespect. I got nothing but respect for RZA and all he's accomplished with Wu-Tang.
No, I listen to that Bobby Digital right now. That shit was sweet as fuck. But Capadonna weak though.
Bro,
you got weak too.
Bro, I swear, you know what? I ain't even doing this for clicks. I convinced myself the way that New York is really embracing this dude right now, and ain't nobody fucking with Meek Mill, that Jim Jones is better than Meek Mill.
But Meek Mill's from Philadelphia.
He's still better than him.
No, he's not.
Jimmy is that dude, bro.
In what way? Because he doesn't have more hits than him. He does not have more hits than him.
Bro, he's the oldest YN, bro.
I'm trying to figure out if James really believes all of this that he's saying.
I do, bro. Hey, Diallo, when he can talk, he gonna agree with me.
No, he's not.
What's that?
No, he's not.
What's that?
He can't talk about some Jim Jones better than fucking Meek Mill.
Sometimes you don't even have to say anything.
That's only because Diallo heard you big him up earlier. He was better than Jim Jones.
I don't like Meek Mill, period. But I mean, I can't agree to that though.
You don't think he a better rapper?
No.
Man, Jim Jones sucked, man. Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know Jim Jones was never a rapper, right? He turned himself into a rapper. He was everything else for Dipset. And when Dipset fell off, he just became a rapper, bro. You know that?
We just talked about the hype man.
Basically.
Yeah, so
they called him the second greatest hype man of all time.
He is.
Yeah. So I don't know what's wrong with Buddy right now. Nah.
Yeah. Bro, they tried to say he wasn't better than Sheik Luch.
He's not.
What'd you say?
They said he not better than Sheik Luch.
Shit, I don't even know it.
That's
from the
Locks.
Yeah.
Well, they probably neck and neck, but
But that's and to be honest with you, that's still saying a lot. Because he could probably like not.
They probably neck and neck, but Jim Jones has got his notoriety is bigger than Sheik. Because I mean, if it wasn't for Jadakiss, nobody would even know who Sheik is.
No, but to be honest with you too, also, Sheik never really cared about being a single rapper.
Right.
So it'd be different. Like we could have a better conversation if we looked at Sheik and was just like, yo, Sheik branched out because he wanted to do his solo thing. He did like one solo album and was okay with that, and was like, I'm back with the Locks. Maybe two solo albums.
Whoa. That's not true. That's not true. I ain't
He
true.
did.
Sheik, that I'm aware of.
He
Yeah.
did.
He got his five albums that I'm aware of.
5 solos?
Yeah. You
I'm
want me to
gonna
look
find
it
out
up?
right now.
I'll
I'm
look
gonna
it
find
up.
out. I got it right now. I'm gonna find out right now.
Because I used to buy them shits.
I got a question. While we on Sheik, what's one song that Sheik is known for?
Shit, he got a lot.
Welcome to D Block.
Man, you really have to be a New York nigga to know some shit like that.
No. I know it because I used to sell CDs and shit. I was the bootleg man.
Oh, okay, you was making money, so that's an excuse to know it.
Hey, Rail, bro, he got a whole bunch of albums.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Hold on. He has 6. My bad. He has 6 solo albums. My bad.
Hey, Jim Jones not better than Sheik Luch.
Nah, he not though. But yeah, he really got like 6 solo albums though. 2003, 2005, 2008, 2009, 2010, and 2015.
Bro, at least we know he got J Hood.
Oh, really?
J Hood dip. He signed. He switched sides and signed with 50.
People gotta stop siding with 50, man.
But this was
Because
20
if 50
years ago.
get cool with your boss, and they hanging out, kicking and laughing, and you on the outside looking in like, damn. Is he better than 50?
No.
No.
Let me say something about 50, bro. I was
Don't hate him.
No, I'm not hating. I was in Virginia at that time. Dog, 50 Cent had one of the hardest albums that he could never bounce back from, bro. When that Wankster and all that shit came out, bro, that album was crazy, dog. He never could bounce back from that shit, bro.
Nobody could.
Nobody would be able to,
bro. 11.
No, he bounced back. I mean, you got to remember, like, because he came with the Candy Shop album. I mean, in whatever case, like the second album went hard in the thing, and then he kept dropping. That run is gonna be hard to repeat. Right. But I think that run also includes he came with the G Unit album, then he came with Lloyd Banks album, then he came with Bucks album, then he came with Game, then he came with the Candy Shop and all that other shit, and those were all super huge too.
Right.
Yeah, that's a hard run to repeat. That run right there, that hold. Only other person probably had it like that was Young Money, but they only had it with probably bigger was Young Money, only because their artists became bigger than Nicki Minaj and Drake became bigger than Lloyd Banks and Buck and the rest of them. And Gang.
But to your point, Diallo, though, I went to the Mardi Gras right before my 21st birthday, right? And I don't know if anybody ever been to New Orleans, right? But they got their own like music that you probably never really heard before, unless you're from down there. And still, the one song, well, there's 2 songs that stuck out. The Bunny Hop, which is a local song, but the song I still heard the most was In the Club, hands down.
Okay,
even in the middle of the fucking street, the damn clubs was going. And
that's one of the ones that just gonna go forever, right there.
I'm gonna tell you, you want to know what made that song so big? When you got an East Coast nigga and you got a West Coast nigga dropping a nigga a beat like that, that's what made that shit fucking wild, bro. Like when Dre, dog, that's the biggest beat Dre made before motherfucking even on the Gin and Juice album, bro. That fucking beat that bro.
Yeah, you already knew what it was before the song came on.
Yes, bro. When that beat came on, the shit was already rocking in that motherfucker, bro. And then we came on with that go. He fucked the game up with that song, bro. That song will forever be a top song for a long time, bro. In the motherfucking club, bro. That shit crazy, bro.
Right,
Matter of fact, he can still do tours with that damn song.
That's probably the highest selling single ever. It gotta be. I don't know that for sure, but it gotta be.
But see, with 50, while we speaking on 50, fuck the game up with 50 because we never heard a New York have a down south vibe. Like he don't sound like a regular New York nigga. And what happened? He crossed over so much, especially down south. With me being down south, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always been a barrier between up north and rap, and you know what I'm saying. And the South just embraced this nigga so much because he moved like he was a down South nigga, bro. He ain't moved like no Jay-Z type nigga, Jada Kiss type person. He was different from being from New York, bro. And a lot of people fuck that motherfucker, bro. But like I say, he fell off. He fucked me up with the massacre and shit, bro. I just like, oh, this nigga here.
But I think 50 was smart enough to also be like, yeah, these albums ain't working no more. Let me find something else to do. Because now he didn't branch out to these power series, man. He ain't got to ever rap a day in his life again.
But look though, check this out. Do y'all remember the work he put in? Y'all forget that nigga put in some serious work. Do y'all remember all them bullshit ass DVDs that nigga was putting out for all them years? Y'all remember that shit?
Yeah.
It was practice. Now look.
Yeah.
Now look.
Yeah.
So you're right to your point.
Right. But the thing about it is, I'm gonna say this coming from an artist standpoint. Anytime you, especially with him, his coming out shit, when you make an album, like I say, that fucking impactful, bro, nigga, is I don't know one person besides Pac and some other rappers who was able to, like, you know what, I can come back with another one like that. Because this shit was just too crazy. And we all can name a couple of rappers who done dropped certain albums that they never could just bounce back from it, bro. It's almost
only
like
ones is what Dr. Dre did it with the Chronic and then the Chronic 2001. Snoop,
that was different though because he just waited too long. I think with Drake, that was that problem.
Sometimes that's the gift and the curse, like waiting too long.
But and then too, you gotta think about it. Wasn't like
Eminem did it. Eminem did it.
A 20-track album. The nigga had like 12 tracks on that bitch, and they all was fire, dog. I don't care what nobody say. If somebody say it was a garbage song on that album, they trip. Wow.
But
which album?
Ain't in them, bro.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh no, man, that was a classic.
That's a classic.
But you can literally press play, bro. Even the interludes was crazy, bro. Just press play, let that bitch ride out, bro. That shit crazy. I still bump that shit to this day, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But Diallo though, just imagine if he did come out with another album like that, man. Too many people would have got killed, man. The shit that nigga was talking about, and it was perfectly lined up. Y'all don't remember how tired of y'all? Like I was getting tired of hearing the pussy shit for a long time. Like it was too much of the crying and you cry together.
I was just saying, actually, I ain't gonna front though. I actually like that song. I'll just listen to that song.
Me too. Wow. Listen, I ain't gonna cap. I liked it too. But it was a little bit too much of that was going on at one time. He had the remix with J-Lo. He had the ones with the. It was too much of this shit. And so when 50 just came with the gangster shit, we was like, okay, listen, thank you. Because I'm tired of hearing this nigga cry in the fucking rain. Whole ass nigga. Shit.
It's just those rainy days. I like that song, bro. I like that song. Listen, Ja Rule, he did pretty ass back in the days. I ain't even gonna hold you. Ja Rule had, but when 50 came, man, it was just pause. When 50 dropped, bro, it was just a momentum shift. It took the only thing that was able to withstand it at that time, especially coming out of New York, was Dipset.
Because Cam is just as petty as him. That's why.
Yep. And to the day still is.
That's his match. That's one person he can't out petty. That's fucked up.
Hey, that was listen. I think Cam had him when they was doing it back and forth till he fucked up that day. He was in his boxers by that little ass pool. So we were like, oh no. What the hell, Cam? And then he was dealing with his mom's stuff. That just kind of like he kind of took himself out of it and whatnot.
That was a good fight. I ain't gonna lie. That
was funny, dude. That was funny. So I don't know, man. Listen, okay, this is my last one. Is Jim Jones better than old boy that's in Rick Ross crew with the dreads? I can't think of his name.
Oh, Wale?
No.
Wait, hold on. That's a good question. Is Jim Jones better than Wale?
No.
Talking about Gunplay?
Yeah, Gunplay.
No. I don't. I you be honest with you, I can't name one Gunplay song.
Me neither. So I'm gonna have to say
I gotta go.
Bible
Jim
on the Dash is my shit.
Oh, as a matter of fact, you know what? I do know that song, but no, Jim Jones is better.
I'm gonna say I don't want to say better, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Jim Jones is better, just for the simple fact I can't name one of his songs. So, but that's
Yeah,
it though.
yeah. I gotta agree with Reggie on that
But
one.
no,
So I
he's
can't
not. He's nowhere near. It's not. It's not a lot. I mean, there's a lot of rappers, but Wale deserves his flowers. But Wale is also another dude who just always takes himself out of the cool conversation because he just does some other shit that just make you be like, why he do that?
So my
Mhm.
family, both sides of my family is from Virginia, truthfully. So I fuck with him.
He dope. Wale is one of the most talented people I've heard. And he knows how to make a good song, man. He
Nigga boring though, bro. It's like he one of them rappers like, well, he's saying some shit, but like nigga ain't trying to go see Wale, bro. Nigga
he said
like
I don't want to hear a whole album of
it's
that.
like I never seen a nigga who's not a conscious rapper get looked at like a conscious rapper and shit. Like he just like, man, I ain't trying to see the motherfucking Wale, dog.
You know what he should do? He should stick to the go-go. That should be sweet.
That go only go, but so far.
It do, but that's his lane though. That's his lane, and them his people. Everybody that like to go like him. So you might as well just keep spitting on go beats. Fuck it.
Yeah, bro. I mean, shouts out to Jim Jones, man. Keep grinding, bro. Miguel, did you hear what
Now, the
Diallo? You hear
nigga
what they
not-
called it?
I'm
You
gonna
hear what they call this nigga in New York?
What's that?
Tell him, Rail,
What?
what they call Jim Jones in New York.
Oh, the oldest young nigga ever.
Bro, that nigga, bro, he a CIA agent from the past or some shit. He a CIA agent from
Yo,
rap
but,
hip hop.
but, but Diallo, doesn't it make sense though? Don't Jim Jones come off as the oldest young nigga ever though?
Right, like
It's crazy, right? Like,
he like one of them parents, like, since he ain't make it to college, he gonna beat his son into college. Well, you gonna make it to college. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, it's like,
Bro,
I'm gonna say this. He's not a good rapper, but I'm gonna say this though. His consistency makes him good. So what happens is you stay so much on the scene, so much in the camera, keep doing so much to a motherfucker
people
like,
gonna
no,
pay attention to you regardless.
let me pay attention to this nigga, see what's
Yep.
going on. And so that's
Yep.
what it is. You
Yep.
know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
they said this nigga went from hanging with homies his age to hanging with their kids to hanging with his kids, the little homies. So now he hanging with niggas' grandkids that was hanging around.
Nah, but you gotta peep how that works though. You hang out when you hang out with the little homies that have no experience, and you the homie with experience. What do you become? The big homie. And now
Big
what
homie.
happens? And now what happens? They all follow you.
Mhm.
So now you're not following nobody. They all follow you. So whatever moves you making, they making with you. When you going, they going with you. So now when you out in these streets with 1,000 young niggas that's listening to your every command because you the one with the clout, it's gonna make you feel powerful.
Like Boosie.
Yeah.
Hey, so here's my thing as to why, and it plagues him the way it probably plagues some G Unit members. Maybe a lot of them cats became big, right? And you the big homie when you got all these dudes following you until your big homie come around, and it don't feel good. It don't feel the same, like, right? Because now they all looking like they all know that Cam is his big homie, just like all the little dudes was following Banks and Buck and the rest of them, and then 50 walk in the room, and then they're like, oh shit.
And it's worse with Cam because Cam is really from they hood.
Yep.
So they ain't got no choice but listen to Cam.
If
And
you could
Cam
sit-
is the one who got the money for real. So
Yep. If you could sit here and be like, yo, I'm looking up to Jim because Jim is the one with the money right now. He out here rapping, and then Cam pull up in the fucking Lamborghini with 2 more Lamborghinis behind him, with the rapping money, with the podcast that's a hot podcast right now, like with the and I think a lot of people overlook the fact that Cam is a little bit more grown than Jim, not because he's also dressing like he's still 20, but you also got to look at Cam's situation with Mace. That got real ugly for a long time.
Yeah.
And for them to be able to bury the hatchet and, now successfully making money together, I personally don't
They
think
look like the 2 happiest dudes.
Bro,
in the world,
exactly.
man.
This is what I'm
Like,
saying.
you can tell they missed each other. That's a real.
And I personally feel like Jim never got over that.
Yeah.
he
Like,
hasn't got
Jim-
over it.
Yeah, I feel like Jim is like, I was beefing with this nigga for you for years, and now y'all friends again. And I feel like his ego was like, I can't go back and be friends with him either. Because he could. I always said Jim could have done the weather report on that show. Jim had that weather report thing going on. Jim
that was funny as hell when he was doing that.
Jim could have been making money with them and doing that weather report, and he would have been good. But I think his ego allowed him. I think his ego allowed him to just be like, "Yo, I'm not squashing it. Oh, these niggas is corny for squashing it." First of all, two grown men are never corny for squashing their beef, especially with somebody with a relationship as far as Cam and Mace go back.
Bro, they childhood friends, man. You can tell.
Childhood friends are gonna fight and beef, and it got ugly. Because I heard a lot of songs where it got real ugly.
Jim said it, and I believe it's true. And Cam said it before. Like, yo, even when it got ugly, Cam never allowed nobody to put hands on him.
Yeah.
Cam still loved him. He was hurt.
Yeah,
but he still loved him.
There's a couple songs where Cam has literally said that he's like, even though him and Mace were beefing, when Mace was dealing with shorties that was with other niggas, that he literally still helped them get out the crib. Like, so I mean, but I still don't feel like you should put that on a song. But I mean, when y'all beefing, one thing about when New York niggas is beefing, ain't nothing off limits.
So y'all wild, bro.
Yeah.
So the one thing about the relationship between them is Mace doesn't like Jimmy, and he has not liked him for a long time. Right? I seen what they said about everything. So before Cameron and Mace fell out, Mace had already told Cam, don't bring him around. And the reason why he said it is because Jimmy came to him like, well, you know, this nigga said XYZ. And so Mace felt like, well, you was right there letting him say it. So, you know, who are you? And so he didn't like Jimmy out like that. And he also felt like he didn't need Jimmy like that. Jimmy is Cam's friend. You feel me? So there really was no reason for him to come on the show because he don't like him anyway. So
hey, so question, I'm gonna see if you know about this, Reggie. So from what I heard, this shit has something with them beefing to do with some BMF type shit. Pressing is that any truth to that?
Well, that situation did happen, but the reason why that shit happened is because them BMF niggas was throwing water, but that's way after Mace had stopped fucking with them.
Yeah,
Mace went on his own, and Ben stopped fucking with them. Jimmy really had a crib, really, for Cam and them to crash at. Because
I see when they told the whole story.
Yeah, you know how.
Hey, bro, they need to make up and give us Indians so they can do that. The Dipset life story.
He had his grandma crib in Harlem, because his grandma and his mom is really from Harlem. Jimmy is really from the Bronx.
From the Bronx,
But when his grandma died, that's when Murder Mace and Cam was big around Harlem. You know what I'm saying? They was like local celebrities, right? But that ain't paying you shit. So they was crashing in his crib.
That's crazy because old boy said something about him doing that weather shit. But the thing about it is, when you a type nigga who you don't want to put your pride to the side just to make money, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like it is with your boy Jim Jones. Whatever that problem is, he don't want to push that shit to the side. He like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, he should be on that motherfucking show because that weather shit was silly as hell. He was doing. And he stopped
that's what I'm saying. So imagine the money he could have probably raked in doing that. He probably wouldn't even have to worry about rapping right now. To be honest with you.
Oh, and Cam said another thing that kind of was like really one of the, I don't say last straws, but really made him feel away is when like they tried to run up on Dame Dash in whatever case, and Jim tried to run up on him and have somebody put some hands on him. Not even Jim do it, but have some other niggas do it. And they're like, bro, I'm not doing this. That's Dame, bro. Like the young dudes was like, yo, that's Dame. Like whatever issues y'all got, you go do it. But Jim wouldn't do it. He couldn't go up to Dame and do it himself.
Because Dame would have whooped his ass. That's why.
His teeth would have fell out, but he didn't make it happen.
Dame would have whooped his ass. Dame know how to box, and people don't know that. But Jimmy does know that. So does Cam, and so does Mace. Because fucking he was gonna whoop Mace ass one time. And fucking Cam had to jump in the middle. He's like, "That's my man's and shit." He's like, "But I couldn't let him whoop on Mace because he's like a Golden Glove." So Jimmy ain't stupid. That's why Jimmy brought them 2 other people with him, because Jimmy know that he would have whooped his ass. And he also asked Jimmy, "Do you want to fight?" He said, "No, I ain't no fighter." He's like, "Well, why you got muscles then?" That's what Dame said to him. Like, "What you got muscles for?"
I believe it. That sounds like some shit a Harlem nigga would really tell somebody else.
He's a Golden Glove boxer. Dame, listen, Google it. Dame Dash is a Golden Glove boxer.
I'll be honest with you,
Who said that shit? Somebody said
coming
that
from
in
New
an
York,
interview talking about
coming
it.
from New York, that is exactly what a Harlem nigga would say. Why do you got all those muscles if you can't fight?
Right. And that's why Dame be talking that shit, because he'll whoop your ass. I'm telling you. And anybody that really knows
That's
anything
some
about
wild
Dame
shit to
Dash
say,
will tell you
nigga.
that.
Wow,
But I get it though.
bro.
That's almost like, nigga, why
That's
you got all
even
those guns
wilder.
if you ain't using them? Yeah.
It's even wilder
Right.
shit to say that you say that and you still ain't put no hands on them after he said that to you. That says a lot too.
Right. But see, at the same time, Dame was there with 2 other, the nigga had 2 other people there. So, you know.
He got all them
Yo,
muscles.
Dame just, I mean, not Dame, but Jimmy just in his feelings, man. And I think Jimmy loved hard, and I do really feel
Yeah, he did that, I believe. I do believe
Cam
that.
really hurt him at some point, and he just is like, yo, like he's like a woman scorned almost. Like he really fucking still loves the shit out of Cam, but he's so hurt and so stubborn at this point
Why though?
that
I don't know
he
why.
can't go back.
Because
I think it's always going to be that loyalty for putting him on, though.
Oh yeah,
Always going to have that. So, but then you also got to be mindful of other people's relationships. You can't be mad that Cam and Mace got back together. They, like you said, they were childhood friends. That was going to happen eventually. How many times Dipset didn't have fallouts and breakups and got back together and fell out and broke up and got back together? Do I think Jim and Cam are done? No.
right.
I've been in New York long enough to know these niggas get back together like every other few years.
Right. But see, the thing is that one of them needs the other one to make Dipset work.
Right.
And I know it has to hurt Jim because as much effort and work he helped put into building Dipset, the movement and everything, the shit can't work if Cam don't show up. If Cam ain't involved, it ain't.
And you know what's crazy? You're right, because the sad part in all of that is the only person that really hurts in the long run is Juelz. Because if Cam and Jim are not on the same page, Juelz is not going to be out there like that.
No
matter how much he try.
Yep.
But
And Cam's moved on past it. He's like, I'm not on that any. Like, niggas, he like that was 20 years ago. So he like, it's time to move on. If all you could do is still talk about when you was hot 20 years ago when you had the movement, no, that's cool, but niggas, move on.
them niggas all grown, man. They all 40 plus. Even Juelz. Juelz is 43 years old.
He still get looked at like a little kid though, don't he?
Yep.
Not really. Not with them fake ass teeth, but that's a different story. But I mean, you've had 20 plus years to get it right. If you don't know how to hold your own, right? Because Juelz is very talented rapper. You know what I mean? He really got bars. You feel me? So it's all on you.
Let me ask you guys a question. What label do you think could have utilized Juelz?
Def Jam, Cash Money.
Yo, he was Def Jam.
No, meaning what group would be able to utilize his talents today?
Any group, really. If he really tries. But he has to really try.
I mean, Young Money, maybe. Young Money, Cash Money, or maybe G Unit at a point. At that point, at giving back at that time, he'd have probably got a. But he was so it was hard because he was so dipped. He was what Dipset also represented. So to take him away from that would have been just so hard, unless he would have just stayed directly with Rockefeller. And Jay-Z would have got it more of a hand on him, but Cameron wasn't letting that happen, and he was so loyal at that time.
Yep.
But he has problems though. He sits there and makes hard drives and hard drives and hard drives worth of music, and he doesn't put it out. He's weird as fuck. He's weird as fuck. No. You putting it out. I can see it. It's online. What I'm saying to you is this man is sitting there making this shit and being shy and not putting it out. And anybody that is in his circle would tell you the same thing.
Puffy could have got it out of him.
No, I agree.
Huh?
I agree.
I'm about to give y'all. I'm about to
I
give
just
y'all
realized that
wild.
whole thing. It just caught me. Just that is wild.
I'm about to give you a wild take on this on Jules Santana. Jules Santana to me was a better rapper just being on features and not doing albums and mixtapes. That's me. That's my personal opinion.
I can agree with that.
So I don't think he would have did any label any justice. He just to me the nigga wasn't marketable. It's just everything with that Dipset shit just what it was. It wasn't marketable. So that's why it's like they was out there, but they wasn't out there how they should have been to me. Um, it was just everything to me was just the nuance was fucking Cameron. So if ain't no Cameron, ain't no motherfucking Dipset. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's true.
saying? Every time we think of Cameron, we think of Dipset and motherfucking pink coats, pink boots, and pink Lamborghinis and all that shit like that. So it seemed like that was his shit to me or whatever. But back to Jules Santana, he was just a good ass feature at a snap on nigga track. But I'm not. Ain't nobody was trying to pump no. Hey, I gotta hold you, nigga. I was pumping. I was bumping. What's the other nigga? I'm thinking. I can't even think of
Hill
what's his
Rider or
name.
JR.
Drag. I was listening to drag. I would listen to drag on before I was listening to motherfucking Jules Santana.
All right, Jim
To be
Jones
honest.
is definitely better than Drag On.
Yes, he is. He's way better.
No, he is not.
Who else?
No, he is not. Yo, I had to really think about that one for a second. No, he is not. I'm sorry. No, he is not. No, he is not.
Drag On was my dude though.
Listen,
Drag On was another
no.
one who sounded better on features than he did by himself.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, but no, he is not better than Dragon. I'm sorry. Nope.
Wait a minute, who y'all talking about? Jewels or y'all talking about?
No, Jim Jones.
Oh no, Jim Jones. No, I thought you were talking about Jewels. Jewels is better than Dragon.
Not Jim Jones. No.
Not Jim Jones. No.
The fact that it's like 20 minutes into this now more,
He's
throwing
not
out names still, and everybody's just like, nah, he's not.
He's not better. He's not better than Prime Eve neither.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You said, all right, so Rough
But
Riders
listen.
could have saved Jewels?
If they were still out
Swizzy?
now,
Swizzy?
yes.
Swizzy back then could have saved him.
Yeah, he can rap right on his beats.
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy? Jim Jones, when he came out with that Ballin' song, right? That was almost to the. It's a wild take. It's a wild take. But when that Ballin' song came out, that wave he had with that was a kind of a heavy wave, like with the in the club. Like when that song came out, everybody wanted that Ballin' song played in the motherfucking club, right? I don't think he took the opportunity and wrote that wave how he was supposed to, dog. When that shit came out, I felt like he should have been doing way more in his rap career when that shit dropped. It's like you waited your whole life because everybody has that one song that's just gonna take him somewhere. And I felt like when he dropped that shit, it didn't get him nowhere. It got him some good tour money, but it didn't. He didn't ride that wave how he's supposed to ride it. And I thought he should have. And he
50 said that. 50 said he didn't. He got his moment though. But then that also sparked where he got that first taste of success like that, where he got taken serious as a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so caught up in the moment that he let his opportunity almost, in a sense, slip. So he let his opportunity basically slip through his fingers because he was too busy celebrating that instead of keeping that energy going and just trying to find whatever else was that next song of his to go. Or whatever case, or jump on feet. I don't even know if maybe he did jump on features. I don't know, but he just couldn't keep that momentum, that energy.
Mm-hmm. Who?
Jimmy.
Because he can't rap.
This nigga disappeared back into his background because he can't rap and it faded back.
He can. Like, okay, so the only good feature I ever heard him on was, like I said earlier, Shorty Low. Boy, you a fool. That's the only good feature he's ever had.
I don't think he can't rap, man. He's gotten better. He's gotten way better. Like I've heard his bars.
Hey,
I mean, he has got
25
way
years
better.
in the game, he's gotten better.
He's got better. I keep saying it. He's got better. But back then,
that is crazy though. You think about it, you like 25 years all it took for him to get decent. That's wild.
This guy said he got good at 45. Came in the game at what 19, 20?
yeah, he did. He can rhyme a little bit now, but back then, nah, he was
Perseverance,
he had no
bro,
bars.
and hard work to get you somewhere. That motherfucker finally got off fries. Okay, Calvin.
Yo,
That's why he can't say that Cam owes him anything, because those first two 3 albums. Come on, bro. You just putting out fucking plastic that spin around in a goddamn circle with some features on it. And I know you ain't pay for it. You ain't hype man
bro,
up
thanks
that
to
much
God, I'm
money.
never gonna get to interview this dude.
You ain't never do that. So I don't know what Cam was paying you to do whatever. But you know what I'm so upset now about with the whole situation with Jim Jones? Like, it's kind of like the Ice Cube situation or Tupac situation. I used to think that them was the most gangsterest niggas in the world. Like Jim Jones, I don't know why I used to think he was tough. And
No,
he's not.
Jim
He's not.
Jones is not the tough guy. He's just the guy that the tough guys like to listen to.
Right, but he's not a tough guy. And I'm just so sad to know that.
Even on Love and Hip Hop, like he was mad at somebody and he had beef with the dude. So when he rolled up on the dude, like it was another dude that was coming there to beat up on it. Was Rich, I think it was Rich Dollars. I was watching the episode and he rolled up on Rich Dollars and was like about to hem him up or something like that. I'm like, yo, but why Jim just don't go handle it himself? And then that's when you realize, like what Dame say, hey, you got all the muscles.
That nigga said you got all the muscles, you don't fight. That was, man. Hey, y'all gotta find me that clip, bro. I gotta see that shit. I don't even believe that shit, bro.
Listen, this is what Cam said. This is when him and Cam had got into it about a year ago on his show when he like
Cam was talking about how they ran up on Dame and Dame said
yeah.
I think there's an interview with Dame actually saying it too. It is. It's on YouTube. I bet you I can. You looking for Reggie?
I don't believe that, bro.
We dedicated a whole hour and some change to Jim Jones. This is exactly what he wanted.
Hey,
listen. All press is it's not all good press, but hey, you want it. This is what happens when you say what you say. You leave it open to criticism.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm gonna say this too, though. But you gotta understand how this shit go, right? If you get on a platform and say something, wow, you know how much attention you're gonna get. Even bad feedback is still good because niggas still watching and talking about
it. It's still engagement.
Yes, it's still engagement. So you think he cares about that? He knows how to keep himself relevant when he's an irrelevant nigga.
Oh.
Nope. Nobody don't think about Jim Jones.
Shannon Sharp still had him out of his pocket. Though. He had to remind himself. He had to remind himself what the goal was because Shannon Sharp had him out of his pocket. Shannon Sharp like, you ain't good enough to be on. You ain't big enough to be on Club Shay Shay. I was like, damn.
That's messed up.
Oh man.
He was like, Jada was on there, but you ain't.
Oh man. Yeah, that shit crazy.
You know that hurt too.
That nigga said he said everybody in Dipset would tell you ain't better than us.
It's crazy because that might be true too.
Hey, somewhere Hell Real was like, yup.
Oh, you stupid.
Oh man.
Hey, John over there like he ain't better than me.
Oh man.
Y'all gonna leave that dude alone, man. But this is what he wanted. Sometimes you ask for stuff, you don't realize the criticism that you actually open yourself up to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you gotta have thick skin, bro. Listen, the oldest young nigga alive, bro. That is wild.
Not mad at him though.
I'm not mad at him, bro. I'm just gonna laugh and just do what he wanted me to do. I'm gonna talk about him, so hopefully them streams go up so he can feel better about himself.
That's what he wanted, though.
That's what he needs. Mm-hmm. This is what he has to resort to move them units. Yep. The music can't do it itself.
See, I understand why his wife left him and shit. That nigga there tripping, bro. I don't know what Jim Jones on. I couldn't take him serious. As I saw his legs, I stopped taking him serious then. So
you said this nigga missed leg day?
Yo, hey! All the little leg niggas like me, we not gonna do that right now. I promise you, I feel his pain every time I'm in the gym. Yo, it's like we're not even gonna sit here.
That boy, that Johnny Bravo up top and Chicken Lulu at the bottom.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. You know what? We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about my little leg niggas out here in these streets, man.
That's wild, baby ankle and shit, man. Like,
that's okay. That's all right.
He can barely walk in them Timberland boots. Them bitches be so heavy on his damn head.
Yeah. This motherfucker said from the waist up, he built like Shaq, but
AI from the
Hey,
waist
that's like
down.
hey, that's like K-Dot. That's like K-Dot came up with that. Hey.
From the waist up, built like Shaq. From the waist down, built like Muggsy Bogues. That's crazy.
You missed leg day. Hey, you missed leg day. Listen, man.
Yo, y'all wrong.
That's wild.
Yo, so Diallo, you wanna pump shout out any of the projects you've been working on before we jump off of this?
Ah man, you know it's still the usual. I ain't been doing no shirts lately, but I'm back in the studio dropping some new music, so I got some new stuff we're gonna be streaming pretty soon.
What's that hot one that's going nice right now? The latest one?
And what's the name of that? One call away. I got one call away and some other shit. I can't think. You know, I be dropping, so they'll be on there though. I'll be tagging y'all niggas in them till y'all get tired of me and shit.
Nah, keep tagging, bro. I'm gonna keep reposting. Yo, Rail, shout out your pod, man.
Yo, be on the lookout.
And the merch too. Shout out the
Yeah.
pod and the merch. My bad.
Be out on the lookout. Raw and Uncut. New episodes every Wednesday morning at 8 on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook. I might do a live. I might start dropping a live one once a month. I think I'm gonna start doing that. You know, when I do that means you on it, right?
Yep. I'm there, man. Right here. I'm bringing the gang with me. You got to interview Diallo, man. I got to get you some more of his music and let you get it.
Yes.
Yo, Diallo, let's talk some business after this podcast is over, man.
And I also want to introduce you. I also want to introduce you to my friend NJ that keep commenting. You'll like her. She's very, 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 very intelligent.
No, NJ gonna get you banned and kicked off the internet.
Oh, just like Reggie. Reggie know exactly what to say without getting banned. It's like, yo, I'm gonna say, okay, let me stop right here.
Nah, NJ is my girl. I'll just mess with you, NJ. Please don't
like
me. I'm just joking.
Nah, but definitely. Oh, and make sure you guys go cop some merch. 2920apparel.com T-shirts. We got them for the ladies too. The Bella brand. I just started getting bucket hats done for the summertime. So yeah, we definitely gonna be dropping definitely some new stuff all summer.
All right, Reggie Reg.
All right. Catch me Sunday as always on Faith Lies and Confusion. Catch me on TikTok. Catch me on Instagram at Godless Reggie. NJ is always on the show with me, right? So definitely follow her if you haven't. Follow her on here, TikTok. So I got an event coming up next week, my 25th class reunion. If you're going to be in Youngstown, stop by. It's a 3-day event, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Jamar is going to be there as well. It's going to be downtown on the 4th of July, which is going to be jumping down there. Saturday, which is the 5th, we're going to have a ball at St. Christine's. And Sunday, we're going to be at El Jefe and Girard. So if you're in town, stop by.
Sweet. Check us out. This is product of the 80s. Also be on the lookout on but we're switching the product to Thursday now. I'm gonna try to get Rail on there. Definitely on the sports one, but AAA Sports. Yo, I don't give a fuck what he say. We definitely bringing back deep throat conversations to y'all ass because this motherfucker ain't had no wild ass conversations in a while. And I'm thinking this summer we're gonna have.
I'm cool with that.
I'm a newly married man. I don't think I'm joking on that one. I'm gonna shake it. I'm sure you can keep
you're
going too far on that shit.
No.
And I'm bringing back Bucket Naked podcast too.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm reviewing, and I'll probably comment. But yeah. I am. Listen, I am old enough to be mature enough to understand that those podcasts, I am not doing those. No way. No way.
Come on.
No way.
What's fun, guys? Come on. But
I will post you like a motherfucker on my page. I will definitely put them over it. But I am not. I'll comment. Listen, I'll watch and I'll comment. But I am not coming on this show.
Wait till you meet his friends, his female friends, his lady friends that be doing shows with. Wait till you see them. You ain't seen shit. You ain't seen nothing. Listen, if you think my mouth or something, you ain't seen shit, bro.
Bro, we done had some wild conversations. Mm-hmm. And we done seen some wild shit happen too while we streaming live. Especially that one night Kiki was on there. Oh.
Niggas, I'm gonna put you in that L shape.
Yeah, L shape. He like, girl, keep your motherfucking legs up in that L shape like you ain't got no motherfucking license. We was like, what?
That sounds wild. That sounds real wild.
Yeah. Listen, it's too far for me. I don't fuck with him on that shit.
Reggie, listen, I'm with you, Reggie. I'm gonna be on your podcast. You tell me when you want me on. I'm coming on.
Hey, Fry.
But yo, man, I appreciate all y'all cats, man. Definitely keeping it alive. Diallo, I got some shit I'm gonna send you later on and whatnot, bro. And stuff like that. So yo, appreciate all y'all. And then Rail, we need to go ahead and link up. So soon I gotta do something for the missus. So I'm gonna see if you free like about a half hour, 40 minutes and whatnot, so we can try to work.
I'm on vacation this week, bro. I'm free all the time. You just hit
all right, brother. I hit you back in a little bit, but God bless everybody for checking in, or may the universe to continue to give you good fortune. Because Reggie here, and you know how that goes. So
you should have just let Reggie say it then.
But yo, thank y'all. Peace.
All right.